Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all well and happy Valentine's Day. Well, by the time you guys are going to see this, it's probably going to be tomorrow. Fingers crossed I can get everything done and edited and uploaded for you guys to see this tomorrow night. However, please excuse the very chilled attire. Wiggy and I, Wigs, do you want to come say hi? Do you want to come say hi? Please also excuse the mess of the back door. I also need to deal with that. Anyway, Wiggy and I are off to Marlow to get the last bits for our Valentine's dinner this evening. Marcus and I are hosting, which we love doing, and we're hosting very dear friends of ours tonight, and we're having a full Italian evening. So I've been prepping in the kitchen. I've also been filming, hence why I look like a poofy poodle. And as I said, just last little nicky-nacky bits that I need to get in Marlow. I also need to get Mark a card. Terrible wife award goes to me. I should have done a moon pig or something, but just life has got too hectic at the moment. So anyway, Wigs and I... Oh, Wigs! We're matching! We're matching, my little prince. I know, he's very excited to go. So Wiggy and I are off to Marlow to go and get Marcus a Valentine's card, pick up a few last little bits, and then actually we're going to go to a few of my favourite delicatessens to pick up those delicious little Italian cheeses and salamis. And one of them does the most amazing martinis. So I will share that with you as well. Okay, Wigs, I'm coming. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go. Let's go, baby. We are getting ourselves all strapped in, aren't we? You're all strapped in. You've got your harness on, you've got your lead, your cashmere jumper, you're all seat belted in. Oh, I know, you're cold. He's very vocal, this dog. So you hear him, crying. He's speaking. He's speaking. Hope the radio's not going to come on really loudly. Is it? Was I listening to a banger last night? The car is not his favourite place to go, and the reason why he is the chosen one today to go out is one, my mother has taken the other three for a walk because Wiggy is very antisocial and the others sort of set him off on a walk, so he's very badly behaved. Yes, look at him, like butter wouldn't melt, huh? Like butter wouldn't melt. You wouldn't think that he was terrible on a walk, but yet he loves going to Henley and Marlow. He likes to see other dogs. It's that initial meeting where he sort of like scruff up, little bit of an aggro merchant, and then once he's over that, he's absolutely fine. Anyway, let's get down to Marlow and get all of our jobs done so that we can get home. I've done the table. The tablescape looks gorgeous. It's not that Valentine's-y, but it's fresh, spring and beautiful. So I will share that with you. And then I'm kind of going to share what we're doing for this evening. I've pretty much prepped everything, so it won't be a cook-along. It's more just sharing what our Valentines this year will look like. My goodness, I always forget what an awful angle this is. I really need to get a camera stand for you guys. Please excuse my steering wheel. What a beautiful day. We are so lucky where we live. The light today has been absolutely magnificent. Just so pretty. I'm gonna take Wigs for a little outing. He's sort of, I think, just about to fall asleep. He has a touch of separation anxiety. He doesn't like to be left alone ever, so we, sounds ridiculous, but we literally juggle the dogs between any of us really, between Marcus, my mum, myself. Sometimes they go over to the main estate office, which is actually my father's and Mark's office, and we call them asset managers. They go over to the office. He's so sweet. Anyway, he's also not very sociable, so when all the dogs go on a walk together, Odie is quite possibly the most sociable dog you will ever meet. He loves everyone. He'll run up to a dog, which is actually quite frightening sometimes, because if other dogs are aggressive, Odie will still just run up to them, say hi, and that has ended up in tears. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to go there, but he got attacked by a Ridgeback. It was so horrific. Anyway, that was in Germany and so frightening. But Wiggy, on the other hand, is so nervous, and his instant reaction is just to go crazy, bark, the whole scruff up, and it's just really not like him because he's walked every single day. He has lots of doggy friends who come to the house and he's absolutely fine with them. I know, Wigs, Mummy's here. Mummy's here. So at any chance that I get, whether it's going down to Henley or Marlow, I don't take him to London because that would be a massive headache. But I take him with me. Therefore he can see people, he can see other dogs, and he can just get comfortable with it. I've got some tidbits with me, and yeah, we're just gonna have a little mummy baby afternoon. Yeah, you're a good boy. Anyway, yeah, well, I will see you guys when we get down to Marlow. Good boy, Weeks! Good boy! Are you liking it? Oh, he's strutting his stuff. Come on then. Come on then. Are you enjoying your little outing? Look at that posh trot, Wigs. Look at that posh trot. He's been so good. See? You like it once you're out, don't you? Come on then. Come on then. This is one of my favourite delicatessens in Marlow, Laurence. I'm going to go in here and see what they have. Come on then, Wigs. They have all these delicious Italian salamis. Wiggy is looking very hopeful about the salami. Oh, look at the truffle. Delish. I'm going to get a couple of these bits. He is being so well behaved, I can't get over it. Now going to go up to Liston Court, and they have another beautiful Italian delicatessen and a stunning flower shop, so hopefully they've got some parrot tulips. Just popped into Liston Court, which is such a gorgeous little part of Marlow. They have the flower studio and then Sotolo, which is another Italian delicatessen. Hopefully I can pick up a few more pieces. Lastly, we are going to pop into Chez Vin, which is the place with the martinis.
Wigs, what do you think? Which cheese should we get?
Which cheese? They have a lovely selection of Italian salamis and then all these gorgeous cheeses. These are the fabulous little cans I was telling you about. The martinis, I would say, are the best. However, the margaritas are pretty sensational.
Okay, and lastly, we've got to do Daddy's card. Come on, let's go and do Daddy's card.
Oh, leaving everything to the last minute. Looking at cards always makes me giggle. Honestly, it's so funny. Can you imagine if I got him this one? Oh my goodness me. I love to get really over the top, outrageously soppy cards. What do we think? What about to my husband? No, a little bit plain. The love of my life. I didn't think it was possible to love someone this much. I think I should get that for Wiggy.
Wigs, what do you think? Do you like this one? Do you like this one?
I have found the card. This is perfect. This is me all over, Wigs. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure how well this is going to go down. Maybe I need to get a really, really soppy one. I'm not sure. I think this one's really pretty. It's very simple and beautiful, and then I can write something super special inside. We are all finished. We've got our cards, got all the food we need, and we are going home. Back in the car. Wiggs is all strapped in. He was so good. He was so clever. He loves it once he's down here. We got all the nibbles, got some delicious salamis, beautiful different Italian cheeses. So I think Alessio's going to love that. And then I picked out some hilarious cards. I picked out the card that I actually really want to give Mark, and then obviously a lovey-dovey card. So I'm probably going to give him the first card and see what he says, and then obviously write him a really special one. Maybe leave it underneath his pillow so when he goes to bed he gets something special. That sounded a bit dodge. Nothing like that. No bedroom talk here. Anyway, seatbelts on. We are ready to rock and roll, so I will see you when we get home.
Are we going to go in and see your brothers?
Come on then, let's go and tell them where you've been. Let's go and tell them. Oh, where have you been? just got home and I wanted to show you what my favorite bits are. So a very, very quick Italian delicatessen haul for you guys. First of all, if you do not know about these olives, you have not lived. They are our favorite olives. They are a little bit expensive and we save them for special occasions, but they are truly addictive. So I got a couple of those. I then got these beautiful little Italian, I'd say they're like bread sticks, but they're not sticks, they're squares, and they've got rosemary and sea salt and they're just scrumptious. I also picked up some olive tapenades. I do normally do this at home, but they are so scrummy and I'm running out of time, so that's what I picked up. And then I picked up a couple of different salamis. This one is a fennel and this is picante, so a chili salami. I also picked up some truffle salami slash ham, also gluten-free, which is fabulous. And then favorite truffle chips, or truffle crisps I should say. And then a couple of different cheeses. Now what I like to do is put it all onto an antipasti board, make it look really, really luscious and delicious. I think half of hosting is making things look beautiful. And finally, the piece de la resistance to any antipasti board is having delicious Parma ham. Now this is from Machan's. It really, really is the finest, and it is by Negroni. So I picked up 2 packets of those and I'm gonna make them look beautiful on this board. It's a board that I've had forever and it's just such a fantastic nibbles antipasti board, and I think Alessia is gonna love it. So I've probably got about half an hour, 45 minutes to get everything onto the antipasti board, make sure that the table is completely finished, and then just, you know, wrap everything together, get ready, and then I will come back.
So this is the finished antipasti board. So we have vegetables, all the beautiful salamis and the hams. Vegetarians, please look away. We've got the tapenade, the olives, beautiful artichoke hearts, all of those delicious Italian crispies, the truffle crisps, and then a beautiful little cheese selection. This is our Valentine's table for this evening. I actually separated John's enormous bouquet from last week and put it in these gorgeous little posy vases. These are my Rebecca Oodle placemats. They're absolutely stunning. I love the fact they're so versatile, so I can use them all year round. Got lovely, gorgeous hints of yellow, those beautiful daffodils. Again, look at this flower, it's just stunning. I've laid it with the white wine and red wine glasses because Alessio and Sorana love a glass of white and red. And then we've got the champagne on ice, gorgeous flowers, and I have a feeling tonight is going to be gorgeous. I've just popped over to Daddy's. We've come downstairs to the wine cellar and we are going to pick some red wine for Valentine's dinner this evening. Alessia and Soran are here. Everybody say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Daddy is going to take us round and pick out something delicious to have with our Italian feast this evening.
So what am I going to do there then? I better not. Let's open another one.
Whilst we're down here, why don't you give my subscribers a little tour of Daddy's haven down here?
Well, do you really want me to do that?
Why not?
Well, why not? This is your passion.
It seems a little unnecessary. But
Well, how about a little tour? And then you
I
don't
would
have
say,
to show.
if you don't mind me say it,
Yeah.
the story of the wine cellar you brought.
Oh, that's an amazing story.
what it was.
Oh, you wouldn't want to
Real.
drink that stuff. Dad, why don't you...
there's quite a story behind that. So if I make my way round.
Okay, we'll make our way round.
make my
What
way
do you have
round
in
to
this
it.
corner?
Well, the way it works here is we collect this Clos de Tarte, which is quite special, and Corny and Barry will tell you all about that. And then we come to something called Petrus, which is quite well known,
Delish.
and La Fleur Petrus, and so we collect that, and we occasionally drink it on very
Special occasions. What about your cork wall? You're very proud of your cork wall.
Oh, my cork wall was a very wet Saturday one day, and when I started.
Well, it was during COVID.
When I went, yes, it was during COVID when I'd had too much to drink, and I thought I'd start it and then regretted it when I got to there, and regretted it even more when I got to there, and regretted it for the whole weekend. But it's finished, and there they all are. So then we come to some modest first growths like Mouton, and there's Haut-Brion and one wonderful Trot Noir. So Moutons and
I hope there's some wine connoisseurs on my YouTube channel
Yeah.
because to most of us, including myself, I don't know many of these names. I mean, I know this name and this is one of my absolute faves, but it is quite something down here.
we only keep really nice port now. These days, port isn't drunk like it used to be, but we still love occasional a bottle of port. And the way it works is that we go round in years.
Daddy, what was this for?
Well, that was for Mum and my wedding.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
How
What is
incredible!
the Jenny Bond? Or
Yeah.
That's a Methuselah.
Methuselah?
Yeah, and so there's all sorts. These are odd bottles that I haven't put away, but I mean,
I think these were
look,
from our wedding. I
Yeah.
think there were 3 bottles.
Well, look, I think that was that would have been put away a long time ago. But the way it works is that we bring the new wines in now here. So and we go back to somewhere here to the old wines, which have been here for a while. So we're here at 2000 and 2001. So these are the new stuff that's coming in.
So they're all by date order, is that correct?
Well, I run from 2000, 2001. Here's 2000, 2001, and we run round here to 2002, 3, 4, 5.
Gosh, you're
And
so
we go along to
organised.
6. But these are all different lovely wines, different, not all first growths, but Montrose and Grand Prix Lagache, Felin-Segur, Pichon Longueville. Look, lovely, lovely names, and which we love as a family.
Delicious
And I like
wine.
to have, whether you've got a Saint-Estèphe or a Pomerol or a Médoc, Saint-Julien.
Now this, as Alessio said, is quite some
Well,
story. Can you try
well,
and tell it to me as quickly as
I can.
possible?
Well, okay, Uncle Tony, completely mad, buying a house, committed to buy a house in 1982. And I went up to look at it with him because I had to have a word with his bank manager. And as a result of all that, I ended up downstairs, which had been not open for many, many years. And downstairs there was a big room with a big orange steel door, which was rusty as hell. And my uncle, who was a whiskey drinker, had no clue about wine. And I thought there just might be some wine behind that door. And so I offered him, I made an offer that he couldn't refuse. And so he said,
But you had no idea that there was something behind that.
I didn't know what was in there, but I had a fair suspicion. And so there was no electricity. It was downstairs, no electricity. It was all candles, and I had a pinstripe suit and a collar and tie and an overcoat in January. And we went into this cellar that was just full of this stuff. And you then learn. The reason I keep these here, because you have these different shapes of bottles for a claret and a Madeira and a Burgundy. They're all there's the Burgundy, there's the claret. So you have, and they're all hand blown glasses. So I went into the cellar, and it hadn't been opened since 1933. So everything in there was the end of the 19th century, the 1800s,
Amazing.
and coming into the 20th century. So we had 1896, 1904, 1908 ports. Some of the labels, of course, were indistinguishable. And then you had champagne. I had Paul Roger champagne in like 1908 and 1910. Cases of it, but it was just obviously no good at all. But actually, there's another story with the Paul Roger. But actually, it was a wonderful experience, and it taught me all these things that actually not many people
So to the
understand.
point of the story, you made this bet about what was behind the door.
Yes.
Uncle Tony bought the house.
Yeah, he
You
bought it.
opened up the door, and
Yeah.
what was
I-
your first thought when you saw that door open?
Well, I was a kid in a sweet shop with a big candle and an overcoat, and we just went through everything. I 1924 Chateau Yquem, but it was a wonderful experience.
So you're a lucky
And
old sausage.
So I sold lots of that port, lots of those things, and that's what started my investment
Your
in
passion of
Well, it started
wine.
my investment in first growths, and I really it rather upgraded the quality of my wine cellar. That's the true story. Yeah.
Oh my goodness
Fantastic.
me.
Yeah.
Gosh, well thank you very
Anyway.
much for telling the story, Daddy. Alessio loves that story.
I love it. And
Aw.
it's nice to see how you start such amazing wine cellar from that.
Daddy's got some delicious wines. I'm just going to go and check on dinner, make sure that Parmigiano is not burning. Just taken the monkfish out of the Arga and we've rolled it in panko breadcrumbs, and it's so scrumptious and succulent. And here we have our famous Italian Parmigiano. The smell is just sensational. How did we go from not having any red wine to picking a 98 Pomerol?
It just seemed like a good idea at the time.
Delicious.
And,
So what type of Pomerol is this?
Well, it's a Chateau Trot Noir. So it's those that drink fine claret will be comfortable with that. It's a very fine
And like
Pomerol.
we say, if we can't share it with
I've decanted it and popped it in the
beautiful
there we are.
decanters, and this is actually one of my favourite decanters. I don't know whether the camera will focus. As you can see, there's a beautiful horse on this one, and then there is a goddess, what I call a goddess, on the other one. It's just stunning. Dinner is served. So here we have the delicious monkfish with the panko breadcrumbs, decorated with lemons and fresh chili. Then we have my favourite courgettes. So I grill them and then put an Italian dressing on the top. We have fresh vegetables cooked with garlic and chili, steamed green beans, and then our famous Parmigiano. And trust me, there are hours and hours to create this bad boy, but it is so delicious. Taking the dogs for a walk and now putting the dogs to bed.
Come on, Ocelot. Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's go. It's bedtime.
It's bedtime. They have their lovely little routine at bedtime. Okay.
Ready? Wait a minute. Ready? Ready, wait. Ready, in. In. Good boy. Let's get you tucked in. Ruffy? Ruffy? Ruffy, in your beds. What are you doing? Ruffy, in. Ruffy, in. Good boy. Good boy. You're a little bit stiff. Okay, wait a minute. Something's happened to your bed, baby. Your donut. Yeah. Oh, get it all cozy. Wait a minute. Wiggy, it's not ready yet. Wait a minute. Right, let's get your blankie in. Oh. Okay, in you go. There we go, little prawn. There we go. And you have your ball on your bed there. Okay. So they get one each. Gentle. Good boy. Wicks. Gentle. Good boy. Ruffy. Are you going to poke your nose out? And my oats. There we go, babies. I love you so much, okay? Sweet dreams. Sleep well. And I'll see you in the morning, babies.
And that is the boys' routine. As you can see, they are all snug as a bug in a rug.
Night, night, baby. Mummy loves you so much. Sleep well, Raph. Night, night, darling. Night, night, Wiggs. Night, night, Wiggs. Night, night, Schlotsville. Do you not like your bone? Do you not like your bone? No? He's not sure about his bone. No? Well, we'll leave it there, just in case you do want it. Love you, baby. Night, night.